So what happened to Mars's magnetic field and Mars's atmosphere? We think the story is actually connected for these two. So Mars is a smaller world than Earth. So its interior, we think, has cooled faster than Earth's has. But in terms of the basic structure, it's made pretty much of the same stuff. We think there's actually a lot more sulfur at its core than Earth has, but basically we're talking about an iron core, then we've got our mantle, our crust, pretty much all the same stuff. So we think that Mars's magnetic field, its intrinsic global magnetic field, was caused by the same reason Earth has one, moving charged particles. So electrical currents in the core when you have the liquid iron core. So there's a combination here that's important. You need an iron core, but you need it also to be moving, or you need something that has those charged particles. Like with Jupiter, we talked about metallic hydrogen with that. We think Mars had that. But because Mars is such a smaller world, it cooled down faster. So we still have spinning Mars, but we don't have the spinning or moving charged particles. Now this is connected to the atmosphere because Mars's atmosphere, we think, was being built basically by volcanic activity. So volcanoes like Olympus Mons or Elysium, they would have been giving off and erupting, so they'd be spewing out all of these different gases, a lot of CO2. So that would have allowed for the warm, wet world that we think Mars used to be. But when the core cooled, this would have shut down the magnetic field, and it also would have slowed the volcanoes, slowed the volcanism. Less material is being put into the atmosphere. Now, over time, the solar wind is going to strip away atmosphere, whether or not there's a magnetic field. So the magnetic field, yeah, that can slow that process down, but it's still happening. So because the core cooled, the magnetic field shut down, and the mechanism to replace the atmosphere mostly went away as well. So kind of a connected story there.